Oh, I didn't do the Facebook, so I gotta go over there. And it's muted. Perfect. There we go. People should start to arrive at. All right, I'm going to run to the washroom real quick.
Sure. We're a bit early, so. But anyways, I forgot to tell you, if you need a extra fridge
Oh, I don't.
or a dishwasher, let me know.
I don't.
Just checking.
Kijiji them.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so why?
It's 7:28.
Okay, so that's working. Working. Oh, somebody's coming. There we go. Somebody. Oh.
My friend just messages me and goes, "I need a reading. Could you recommend someone?" I'm just gonna send her here.
I'll tell him to come tonight. Maybe he'll get picked. Yeah, at this rate, somebody might.
Oh,
I have to figure. Maybe we could work on this together because I know we can do it through Zoom as well. So that might get the thing up, but maybe the next few days we could look at that.
sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Jen, are you in the chat?
There's somebody there. Oh, a couple of people now. If you're in the online, can you say hello in the chat message, please? There will be a little bit of lag. Facebook is really lagging. I just looked. I just walked out the door to go to the washroom.
Oh, really?
Oh, there we go. Now we got some people. Hi. If you're here, everybody, if you could please type in the chat so we know you're here. Nice to see you again, Anne-Marie. We're just going to give it a couple minutes for see if we have a couple more people come on. And if you're just arriving, if you could please type your name and say hello in the chat so we know who's here. The Facebook, this works a little differently than Zoom. We actually have to chat, type in here that you're here. I did send the homework out, Anne-Marie. Did you not receive it? You should have. I'll have to double check, but I did send it.
I got it.
Yeah, so yeah, it did come. Maybe check your
Junk
files. Yeah, could have gone there. Oh, you're losing people. We were at 6. Now we're down to 3. You didn't. Okay, well, I'll make a note and I'll resend it. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'll double check that, Anne-Marie. Okay, no problem.
It is really laggy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it is quite laggy. Because we had 6 people, now we're down to 3, so something's weird's going on.
Everyone dropped off. It seems.
Yeah. What's going on here too? Okay, people are not coming where they need to be. And just give me a second here. Okay. I'm just responding to a couple of people.
I know, I saw that.
Okay. So somebody else came. So if you're coming here, if you could please just type into the chat that you're here so we know who is actually with us. Because 2 other people left. Janet. Sonny. So that's 1, 2. Jennifer.
Jennifer's my friend.
Hmm?
Jennifer's my friend, so I'm not gonna read her.
Was that your way of saying that I should?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Oh, you're cute. Okay, so what we'll do is we will start, and I'm, probably more people will come on in.
Yeah.
So how the format works is we will be going to, Rackley and I will be going to whoever we're drawn to based on name, and we just free wing a message to you. We don't entertain questions here. It doesn't work in this format. So we will come to you, we'll give you what we get. But I do recommend that other people do also pay attention to other people's messages, because Spirit has a habit of, especially in this type of format, phrasing their messages in a way that more than one person can take the message. So you may find that you resonate with little bits and pieces of other people's messages. So, do take that time to listen to the other messages just to ensure that. We will also be asking you to type your name or say hello or something in the chat. We'll do that periodically because people come, they go, and this particular specific platform doesn't allow us to see who's still with us unless you give us your name and stuff. So we'll be encouraging that. So we did have a couple more people show up. So please type your name, say hello in the chat so we know who we are going to be reading. And Rackley, you want to choose somebody?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sonny Brisson.
Sony?
Yeah.
Sunny? Okay. And I will be setting the timer, though you don't usually go over
What is the timer, anyways?
5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, Sonny, I'm gonna come to you, buddy. So I'm gonna tune into your energy, and so I feel like you're at a crossroads right now. Like you sort of have to come up with something new to. There's some big changes going on. Life is not how it used to be. Life is not how it used to be. Even 6 months ago. Um, I'm hearing financial uh, choices, financial direction, and also there's a lot of things, small little things that seem important to you, but are not that important and not worth stressing over. You may be stressing over things that just come and go. So I just want to tell you, you're not the only one. Right now is a transformative time in space, whatever that means. But astrologically, right now, it's very transformative, and kind of everyone is transforming and being forced to step out of their comfort zone. So, what I could recommend to you would be to try to go with what you feel, even if it may be against everything or it may be against the logic. Go with what feels right. And it's about trust. It's about trusting the universe has your back, basically. And it does. And it does. It totally does. Okay. That's it. Thank you very much. I'll leave you with that.
Alrighty, thank you, Rackley. Somehow I'll stop that. Okay. And hi, Wally. We do see you there. Okay. All right, just gonna.
You're welcome.
Michelle Cooper, are you still there, please? If so, type in there. As we call your name, we need you to type in so we know you're still here. Okay, perfect. Good. Thank you. So I'm going to come into your energy. So, Michelle, as I'm coming into your energy, the very first thing they show me is a tight rope, but it's made out of a skipping rope. So it's not a normal quote tight rope that, that's solid and made of metal or whatever that is. This is made of a skipping rope and it's kind of flimsy and it's not as taut as it could be. So what Spirit's telling me, Michelle, is right now, okay, they're saying you're kind of towing the line and you feel they're making reference to the skip rope, tight rope. It's really uncomfortable. There's fear involved because a tightrope would be solid and tight and you'd be able to walk that. This isn't as solid, so there's a lot of uncertainty with whatever this forward motion is. But they are saying it. Thank you, and I got goosebumps. They are saying it is forward. And that's a big accomplishment because they're saying that you've taken a while to get this forward momentum going. And they are actually ecstatic that you've done this, but they're encouraging you not to give up because it's still, you still got a ways to go, and they're acknowledging this fearful state or this timid state because of the uncertainty of whether it's the right destination. Because again, they're bringing me back to that flex of the skipping rope rather than a tightrope. So you have to, and they're saying this will and is difficult for you to literally give up trust, to just give it up and say, okay, I trust that I'm doing the right thing and that I'm going to get there. And that is going to be the harder part because it's fearful. Okay. And you're at the point where you have to let it go and trust that instinctively you're doing the right thing, which I'm being told you absolutely are. They're also mentioning that this forward motion, there's a possibility that it could split. So there's options available to you. At the moment, that I do not see that option is there. But as you continue to move forward, options are going to present themselves. At least one more option is going to present themselves, giving you choice, which will make you feel an awful lot better, I'm being told. So keep towing the line. Try not to be fearful, to give it up, to let the universe bring it to you, because you are absolutely on going the right direction. There's only one direction, tightrope, whether it's a skip rope or a regular, it's a straight line, and you're on that. So that's good. So just give up the fear, continue the pace, and it's gonna come to where you are comfortable. And then when that decision comes, I think you're going to be delighted. It really feels like you're going to be delighted to have an option, a choice in it. So I'll leave you with that, Michelle, with blessings. Thank you. Okay.
That seems to be the trend right now, from what I'm gathering, because everyone's gonna have to learn to trust in the universe. I know that sounds a little bit out there, and it's very difficult to do, easier said than done, but I am also in that predicament myself, actually. So no matter what is happening, it's a process that we go through on this earth. It's just a process. Anyways, before I blabber on, where am I going? Okay, let's see. Let's go to May. How?
Yeah. Okay. And I'll start the timer. May, are you still here? If you are, can you please just type hello or whatever you want to say so that we know you're still here? Thank you, May.
Great. Awesome. So I'm being told that whatever it is that you're trying to achieve right now, maybe studying or whatever, I don't know if you're in a course or the direction you're going on right now, the feeling that I get is that there is resistance and maybe people are not as supportive to you right now. I hope that makes sense. Basically, what they're saying is whatever it is that you're doing now, it's going to shift for you again. This is not going to be like the end of all things, whatever you're going to end up doing for the rest of your life, even though you might be really passionate about it right now. I'm not sure if I conveyed that message correctly to you, but I hope that makes sense.
Well, then go deeper. Go deeper. If you don't,
school is definitely what came up right away. I had the sense that you're, going towards one direction, but what they're saying is don't fret, don't worry, because you're gonna change your mind about which direction you want to go anyways. That's essentially what they're saying. I'm not sure if you're in school or if you're thinking about going to school. Anyways, let's see what else they got for you. You need to start. Okay. So normally I would say, listen to yourself. Don't listen to others. But now I'm gonna say I feel like there's somebody around you or close to you who's giving you a perspective that you cannot see um, through your lenses right now, through your belief systems. You know what I mean? Someone older, and to you it may seem like they're not being as supportive, you know, but you're being cautioned to take a look at everyone's suggestions from an outside perspective. Um, yeah, there's somebody in particular that actually cares about you a lot and is giving you good advice, which is rare. Which is rare. So yeah. Other than that, like you have a lot many things to look forward to, I think, and you have a bright future. Anyways, regardless of where you go, because you see whether you go left or right, they still go to the same destination. So um, I wish you luck, and you'll be good. Okay,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Rackley. Okay. Lou Meehan, are you still here? If you are, could you please just acknowledge that you're here in the chat, please?
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay, so Lou, as I come into your energy, I kind of want to laugh. I want to be upbeat. I want to be happy. I want to just feel that freedom of humor and the upbeat nature that involves. Okay. So, what I'm being told is that this, what I just spoke to, was you a while ago. It is still you to some degree, but you've sort of got away from that. Because as I move past that, they're showing me you're stressed, you're very serious, you've kind of lost that lightness in life. I feel like I don't have a direction I'm going in. I just kind of feel all garbled, is kind of the word they're using. Just, I don't want to say paralyzed because I don't see that, but it just standing like a deer in a headlight, kind of frozen, like, what do I do? What do I do? And feeling out of control, whatever they're referring to, out of your control. And you feel out of control of whatever it is you're speaking to. Okay, so they're going to go back to the deer in the headlight. And so, and I think they're doing this again in a lightness because they want to speak to that lightness that you used to have. So, in order to move past this being a deer in the headlight, turn off the headlights. Then you're no longer a deer in a headlight. It's really that literally that easy of a fix. It's that mindset. When you choose to allow these situations that are occurring to negatively impact you, to take you away from peace, to take you away from that lightheartedness person you used to be, that's a choice. You are allowing yourself to react to that this way. And I'm not judging you. I'm just speaking to it. As much as you are reactive of these situations, you can also be in control of your reaction to the situations. But to do that, you have to be aware that you're out of control. Okay. Does that make sense correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. So once you start feeling that, and they're showing me a snowball effect. So once something starts happening and it kind of keeps snowballing, it gets bigger and bigger, you can literally put an end to it and say, okay, I acknowledge it. I see it. It sucks, but I no longer give my power to that situation in the way I'm currently giving it. And then look for a way around how you are reacting. And then you're in control of your actions. And that will serve you way, way better than what you're currently, this mindset that you're in, which you're that deer in the headlight, and you're kind of frozen there, not sure what to do. And these things keep happening. I know I'm making it sound simple, and I do. Okay, hold on here. Just a second. Goodbye, Lizzie. Block.
These people.
Okay, sorry about that. So that will help get you out of this deer in the headlights. And they really, and I'm not sure exactly how this is going to look for you, Lou, but find the simple things that please you, that used to give you pleasure. And if you find that you just can't go back to that for whatever reason right now, find something else. Even if it's just like a coffee sitting in a park or something, you can find little pleasures that lift you up. And take that in baby steps, because ultimately spirit is trying to encourage you to get back to that light, upbeat person that you used to be, with a brighter look on the future. Right now it feels very heavy, it feels very dense, and I speaking to that, these experiences are weighing on you. So try to find the little pleasures and change how you react. A matter of fact, stop reacting and take control of your actions in scenarios. And I do feel things will sort of settle themselves out, and you'll start really finding that zest you used to have in life. Okay, Lou, I'll leave you with that with blessings.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to, let's see here. Who's next? Bill. Okay, well, let's go to Bill.
Okay.
Bill SK.
Yep.
Bill, are you still here? Please let us know in the chat. Okay, Bill. So allow me to tune into your energy, please. When I tune into your energy, I feel a lot of blaming other people, or other people doing you wrong type of thing. Resentment is sort of the vibration that I get towards many people. But the thing is it wasn't like that. Like whatever it's you holding it inside of you, and you don't talk about it. You don't talk about it to anybody. I don't think you talk much at all. You're sort of like in your world, which is fine. So healing, sometimes there are events happen to us, or people do things that are really surprising, and kind of like, they don't give the same back. And unfortunately we can't control those. But no matter what, getting real with ourselves, so in other words, being honest with how you feel within yourself, is number one. So I might be saying this and you might be going, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. That's fine. But if you dive deep, right, there are these emotions stored in our bodies, like especially for you, that you haven't admitted to yourself in ways. And it's the hardest thing to do, I gotta say, because I think I'm still working on that for myself, and I think it's a long process. So don't think that I'm any better than you or something like that. This is part of being human, and it's a human experience. What they're saying is, have a study, have a deep dive on the way the brain functions, on the way the brain functions. On YouTube, there's a bunch of videos. Yeah, you try to. You can't hold on to these unacknowledged resentments, and the only way to heal them is to acknowledge them. So the only way to heal is to feel those crappy feelings again, and then they come to the surface, and then you let it go. If we ignore them, then they stay in our body. So, and then they affect us subconsciously far down the line. We don't even understand. We have no reason not to be happy and type of thing, and we are unhappy, you know. uh it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be sensitive. um the ego is only trying to protect you, which is the brain. It tries to protect us, um and it prevents us from a lot of deep dives. I think the collective right now is shifting to a different existence. So in order for people to level up, we have to go through this shadow work stage again, like peel yet another layer of the onion so we can move forward. I hope that resonates, and I'll leave you with that.
Okay, incorrectly. If you just coming in, please type in your name. Amanda, we did see you, so that we know who has come into the meeting. Okay, Wally, are you still here, please? If you are, can you just chat in here that you're still in the chat room, please?
My pleasure, Bill. All the best, buddy.
Wally, are you still here? Sometimes there's a bit of lag between when we get the message and. Okay, so I'm going to leave that aside then. And Nicolette, are you still here, please? If you are, please chat in the, type in the chat. Okay. Okay, Wally, I'll have to get you after because I'm going to Nicole now, or Nicolette, I mean. Okay. Let's start this. So, Nicolette, as I come to your energy, the first thing I see is through your eyes, but I'm kind of like I'm on my knees or I'm sitting or something, but I'm not. I think I'm sitting, but so I'm at that level of what you would be at sitting, but I'm sitting in the middle of a field and there's weeds all around me, not flowers, weeds, like thistles and dandelions and weeds, and you're sitting in there surrounded by all these weeds, and you're kind of like, oh, this isn't a very pretty sight, and it's not. So, what they're telling me is that there's some certain scenes, we'll call it that, for they're using their life, certain scenes happening, playing out right now in your life that aren't pleasant. They're not fun to deal with. They're not fun to look at. I see you want to put a pillowcase over your head and just pretend they're not there. However, that's not getting you anywhere because you're sitting on a chair, stationary, with this going around you. So running away or hiding is not going to resolve what's going on around you. Now, there's at least two situations. I do feel there are other situations, but they're speaking to two, where if you stand up for yourself, they can go away. But it involves you literally putting boundaries up and saying, no, this behavior by these people is no longer acceptable to you. And I'm being told that's very difficult for you to do. Don't take this as minimizing your meek. You don't want to rock the boat. You just kind of want to float. And sometimes that works, but right now it's not working. And especially in these couple situations. And they're showing me whoever these individuals are that you keep it. It's enough that they do this, that they're perhaps not nice to you in the way, or respectful. I'm being corrected, respectful to you. But if that was it and you left it there, fine, whatever, just leave it there. That's fine. But you keep going over it in your head about, oh, I don't like they did that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like this. That's the problem. If you're not willing to stand up for yourself and you're permitting these people to continue this bad behavior, and then you keep going over it in your head about how much you don't like it, which is understandable. I probably may do the same. You're in their control. Plain and simple. They got you wrapped around, spun up with their actions when they're not even present. So you really need to stand up to whoever these two individuals. I do feel one's a male and one's a female. I don't know more than that. And own your own power. You have more strength if you believed in yourself. You have more strength than you actually know. And as far as, because they just said that, well, she's worried about stepping on toes. Well, they're stepping on your toes. Enough. No more toe tapping. If you want to dance, and let's do a dance that's mutually beneficial, not painful. So please find the strength. And to do that, I would call on, whether you believe in angels or not, I don't know. Archangel Michael, I work with him very often. And he's a protector angel. And he's an ass kicker, to be honest. That's what he is. He makes you move. You can't settle with him. He is constantly moving you forward. So if you believe in angels, even better. Even if you don't, call on him. You don't have to believe in them to reap the benefits of their assistance. And he will help you find a way to manage these individuals and whatever the other situations they alluded to stand up to them, regain your power. And once you do, these initial couple of people that they're referring to, you're going to find that that strength grows and you're able to apply it in other scenarios in your life. And they're ending with you still sitting in the chair, but the weeds have now been chopped down and you can clearly see what's ahead of you. And you have the choice to get up and move forward or continue to sit there, but the path is clear. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, with blessings, and I hope that gives you a little relief. Okay, so go ahead.
I'm actually going to go to Jen, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Jenny, you still here, yeah? Okay, she's here. Yes. So I can feel your intense stress because you're being pushed out of your comfort zone. Your perception of your surrounding reality has shifted. All of a sudden, you see things differently, I feel like. And it's creating this confusion where I feel like it's like kind of panicky and kind of confused at the same time. And it's confusing about what, really. But I feel like your main concern would be, for some reason, work. You know, even though last time I seen you, work was good. Anyways, do you know what? It's about just letting go. It's about just letting go, because you've been okay this whole time, right? You've made it this far, and trust me, you're gonna make it till your end. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a part of life. Letting go and submitting to the universe is sort of like a huge skill that is extremely hard to do. but it always takes care of you somehow. Whatever it is that you're stressing about right now, extremely stressing about, it's gonna settle itself or figure itself out in the coming week or two. I feel like you'll be a lot more comfortable in a week or two. So if it's a new direction or if it's whatever it is, you have to step out of your comfort zone and don't limit yourself. You need to set the bar higher, I think. Um, like it's like aim for the moon, and then if you don't make it to the moon, at least you'll make it to space, type of thing. I made that up, like, but
Yeah, yeah.
aim higher.
The expression is if you aim for the sun, the moon, the stars, and settle for the sun or the stars.
Remixed it. I VIP'd it.
You did good. You did good.
You'll know what I mean. Yeah. And no matter what, make sure that you don't act on emotion at home, so that it's not like you act on emotion and then you're like, shit, I regret this reaction. Just be aware. Awareness is the key. So your perception of reality dictates your emotional state. Your perception of reality dictates your emotional state. So see how you can shift and look at things a little bit differently. I think this is what's required. They're saying a shift of perception, slight angle, whatever. I hope that makes sense. I'll leave you with that. Hope you feel better.
Okay, thank you, Rackley. Wally, are you there still now? I'm pretty sure you are, but just double checking. If you've just come into the event, if you could say hello into the chat so we know you're here. And Wally, are you there still?
Wally.
It's crazy the lag that's in it, right?
Yep.
Okay, Wally. And hi, Shirley. I'll write your name down. Okay, so Wally, I've already come into your energy. So the first thing Spirit showed me, and you probably have seen it, it's a man standing in a farmer's field with the pitchfork. So in a farmer garb, like the overalls, a straw hat, and a pitchfork. And I get the sense as I'm observing this, because the man they're showing me is very rigid, very inflexible. And the pitchfork it could be used as a weapon, but it's symbolic, kind of, Dean. It's symbolic of that rigidness again, that you don't. So this is what I'm picking up for you, is that there needs to be some flexibility on your part. That at times, and I'm being told you've heard this, that you're inflexible sometimes. And this is not the first time you've heard it, but this is a validation. Some of the turmoil, we'll call it that, some of the turmoil with other people is because they don't understand your rigidness, your matter-of-factness, you're a direct person, and they don't get it. And it causes strife between you trying to communicate with them and them trying to understand. And it's easier for them to just pull away and not have those interactions because you haven't figured out that it's the presentation, how you present, that's actually causing it. So there's some wiggle room for growth there. I really get the sense that you want to communicate with people, you want to have interactions, and you don't quite figure out why it's not working out that way. and why you're not being able to express yourself. Well, this is why, because of the rigidness. You appear inflexible, and we have to find that workaround so people feel that you're more approachable. And I'm being told that you absolutely can do this, but it means some change and some conscious observation when you're communicating with individuals. You need to, what I'm being told, and you could probably take a course just or watch it on Google somewhere. You need to master reading body language, because people may not speak the words because they don't want to offend you or whatever the reason is. But I'm telling you, their body language is telling you that, whoa, this conversation is not good, that we're not enjoying it. So that could be your clue to, oh, I'm being rigid. Maybe I need to soften it or do something a little different. So again, I don't say you have to study this, but a few videos on the net would be very well worth your the time spent doing a little bit of research, so you can look at for those cues. And this overall will improve relationship on a personal level, on a business level, on a stranger level, and will help to fill that void I feel within you of the human interaction, that that deeper conversation than just a hello, how are you, and then I'm walking on my way. So you have a bit of work to you, but I again, they want to emphasize that you're a smart cookie, and let your motivation for wanting that interaction, that communication, guide you to do these changes, and you won't look back. Once you identify their behavior and as they react to you, you will adjust, and that's where the magic's going to happen, because you'll be able to forge ahead and develop these relationships that you're actually really longing for. So, Wally, I'll leave you with that with blessings.
Alrighty. Good job, Joanne. Great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who do we
So
got?
I'll tell you, we have Anne Marie, we have Janet, we have Amanda, we have Shirley, we have Nadine.
I was gonna go to Shirley.
Shirley? Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Nadine. Welcome.
If there's if there's other people here other than the names I've mentioned, please say hello in the chat so I can record who still needs a message. Thank you. Go ahead, Eric.
Shirley, I'm gonna come to you. Oh, Paula was here from the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. I'll write you back down. Mm-hmm.
All right. Shirley, as I tune into your energy, right away, there's kids that come up, or a kid, little boy. Means everything to you. That's what I heard. I don't know if you're separated or not, but I'm feeling like there's some sort of a fight that you have to put up to keep your little boy. It's weird. I hope that resonates. But what are they trying to say? What are you trying to say? You're gonna have an ongoing back and forth tug and pull. Maybe if you're not a parent, then that would very confusing. If you can totally prevent me from reading your energy if you just allow me to. Maybe I can help.
So to do that, Shirley, all you have to do is in your mind say, yes, I'm open to a reading. And that should clear up a barrier so Rackley can read you.
Yeah. I sense like a lot of fighting. There's like yelling, screaming, fighting. It's like everything you have to do, you fight for. It's yeah, you're open. Yeah, maybe do you know what? They're not saying much except for they're saying that you already know what it is that you came here for. You already know that answer. And they're validating you to trust your feeling on that one. And they're saying that you can foresee what is to come. Pretty good. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
Okay, I'm going to take over because you're struggling on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So to kind of go with what Irakli's saying, I absolutely hear the argument. I hear the yelling. I hear the bad words. But with that, I also see that you are the mender. They're showing me a darning needle with a big, like a patchwork quilt, a family dynamic, and you're trying to hold it all together. And yet the problem is all the mending you do, all the effort you do to maintain, to try to de-escalate these situations, it's beyond your control. And what I'm actually being told is you need to take a step back and you need to just, it's not literal, but you need to let them deck it out. This is not your fight. The fighting is going to happen. You are no longer able to mend it. It's gone beyond that. You have to let these other people in this dynamic, whoever they are, fight it out. The peacemaker day for you is over for these individuals. Do you want to go? I think you're opened up again. Correctly? You want to
I was just gonna say that would make sense with they're acting like little boys, maybe, you know.
Yeah, and the patchwork quilt is, and I got goosebumps on that correctly, so that's a validation. So it's going to be challenging for you, Shirley, because we get it. Nobody likes to live around or be around that constant elevated emotional state that other seems to be around, but there's nothing you can do. Okay, so it's from your boyfriend. That's fine. You need to step back, reevaluate. You can't mend it. You can't. The growth has to come on their part. You've spoken to, they're saying you're blue in your face. I feel like you want to bang your head on the wall in frustration. You need to let this person do whatever it is they're doing, but not have it affect you. So I don't know exactly if that means you kind of like break up, you don't break up, you take a step back, you tell them to buzz off when they're in a bad mood. I don't know what that looks like. You have to figure that out. And it may be different for each, today it's one way, today it's the next day, it's another way. But this is how you need to do it. You no longer need to have that toxicness from anyone, not just him, from anyone in your life. Love yourself enough to say no. No more of that. I don't need that disruption. So we're glad it makes a little bit of sense here. You do have to sort of figure this out on your own, but they've given you sort of a little bit of guideline between Irakli's message and mine. So we wish you luck with that. It's going to be uncomfortable at times, but you know what? Love yourself enough to do it. Okay, and we'll leave you with that with blessings, Shirley. Okay.
All the best.
Okay.
Shirley.
Paula, are you still there? I'll do mine and then you can do it.
Sure.
You're welcome, Shirley.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, Paula, thanks for your patience. I had you down and then you diced out, so I didn't know you came back, but I'm glad you did. Let me just try to figure out what they're showing me. So I'll start first explaining what they're showing me. So the first thing they showed me was you sitting in an audience at a comedy show. And then it morphed from a comedy show into theater. But you're the only one in the audience. And I don't know who's on the stage or in either the comedy show or the theater. Okay, because there's nobody on the stage. Oh, I understand. Thank you. You feel alone in life, in general, even though you could be in, quote, a room full of people going to the theater or in a comedy show. It's like you're there by yourself. And I do feel at times that you feel that's okay. But recently I get the sense that you're just kind of, enough's enough of that. I need something more in my life, a companionship, a friendship, something. You need more. But here's what they're telling me the problem is. Life has taught you not to trust people. Not everybody, but I mean, your level of trust in individuals has gone down for whatever reasons. I don't know. They're not going to go into it. But life has taught you that people are unreliable for the most part. People are not trustworthy. And they don't have your best interest in mind. And to some degree, you're absolutely right. That has occurred. And that has been the read. The problem is, Paula, is you've shut yourself out so much that even in a room full of people, you're alone. Okay, I hope you understand that analogy they're using. And that's going to continue to happen if you confine yourself, to protect yourself, to avoid repeats of those experiences. We get that. That's kind of a human thing to want to do that. But on the other side of it, it's no longer, you're missing that human connection. Okay. So to regain your faith that not all people are going to behave like this, what they're actually showing me is that you do love animals, because they keep showing me the Humane Society and animals that need homes. So it may not be in a Humane Society, but perhaps you could volunteer to your time in an organization that allows you to see the better in people. So, for example, using the Humane Society, which is what they've showed me, one, you're helping animals which you love, but you're seeing people coming to adopt an animal that's down on its luck. So the very act of individuals doing that will help you regain that, you know what, not everybody's sucky. I can trust people. There are good people in the world. And over time, that will break down the wall enough for you to give some people a chance. Not all people, and not all people are deserving. But right now, you're not giving an awful lot of anybody a chance, and robbing yourself of happiness that you could be having with good, healthy relationship, which I'm being told are absolutely possible for you, because people, when you let them close, the right people, they adore you. The people, they're showing me, they're over exaggerating it, but they're showing me people kind of looking like that little puppy dog looking at you, adoring you. So you have good energy. You are a good person. You just need to surround yourself with the same people that are aligned to who you are as a person. So you will find that. Start with, again, it may not be Humane Society. I don't know if you have one around you, but that somewhere that you allows you to see the better side of people is where they suggest you to start. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, Paula, and I know you can absolutely do this. You just need to allow it to happen. Okay, so I'll leave you with that with blessings. Okay, who do you want to go to? So Arakli, we have Nadine, Amanda, Janet, and Anne Marie. I think are still looking for a reading. If I've missed somebody, please type in the chat, because we do not see who comes and goes. So you come in, if you've come in and we don't know you're here, then
I'll go to Amanda.
Amanda? Okay.
Right away, I get a teacher. Teacher in my head is what I get. You're either currently a teacher, Not and it doesn't have to be a school teacher. Or you're on your way to being some sort of a teacher, like a light worker. Self-esteem. You have to believe in yourself. It's like you believe in yourself, but deep down inside, you still have that little bit of a doubt. Whatever it is that you're here to do, keep doing it, because do you see what happens is when you try to inspire and push the knowledge, there's a lot of resistance that comes around. There's a lot of resistance that comes through because people don't like change. And what you have to offer changes people's realities and perceptions. Sort of like, to be honest with you, I can relate to that deeply. You know deep inside you that who you are, right? You know who you are. You know what your motivation is. Don't ever let anyone bring you down. Because people bring us down when we succeed or when we surpass them. You know, friends fall off. You probably had friends leave from your life not too long ago. Yeah. The process of awakening is not, and this is for everyone. I mean, and I think everyone in this chat is awoken to a degree, for sure, or is awakening, and it's not fun, and we lose people, and things change, and there's a lot of lonely times as well where we need to self-reflect a lot. But when eventually when we shift to a different consciousness, it's going to be worth it. So no matter what, we have ourselves to count on. So we have to put ourselves first, and we have to believe in ourselves. I just felt like saying that. So, okay, Amanda. Let's see. Anything else for Amanda? Drive. I see you driving in a car, window down. You're driving somewhere. Maybe to nature, maybe to cottage. And take some space is what they're saying. Take some space for you and really figure out what your emotions are telling you, because they're the best compass. Yeah, I'll leave you with that.
Okay, thank you, Rackley. Is Janet still here, please? And if you haven't had a message, please type your name. I think we only have a couple people left, but again, we don't know who comes and goes. Janet, if you're still here, if you could please type your name in the chat. Or just say hello. You don't have to type your name. Okay, so we have Anne Marie, Nadine, and I'm looking for Janet to see if Janet's still here. Okay, so Nadine, I'm going to come to you since Janet has responded. Okay, so Nadine, oh my, I hear, and it's kind of the song, here we go again, my. So, and it's being said in a kind of fun, upbeat way. So it's not judgmental, but it's being said, it's like, okay, Nadine, what pattern are you redoing? You're doing something again. Here we go again. My. So, and followed by that is, oh, she is a glutton for punishment. And again, there's no judgment. They're being light about it, but they're trying to, there's a serious tone to it because they want you to realize that it's to do, okay, it's to do with your sister, I'm being told. And there's some dynamic that's changed a little bit, but not in a good way. Okay. It seems to be there was a talk not long ago about feelings or changing the dynamic of the relationship, some sort of a conversation about that. And I felt positive. You felt positive, but it's not manifested the way you thought it was. And you and her have reverted to comfortable behaviors, but it's comfortably uncomfortable. So you're stuck in it because it's familiar, but it's uncomfortable to be doing the same dance. And that's just one person. Apparently, this is okay going on and more than just with her, but it seems to be a stronger thing with her. So I really need you, Nadine, to look at, because they're showing me you taking steps backwards. Not a lot, not a long way, but you've come so far, but you've stepped back. How do you change it? Well, that's a good question. Let's see what they got. Well, awareness is the first step because now you are aware. Okay, humor. That's why they're doing it that way. You haven't tried humor. You're serious, and that's okay. A lot of us are, but that is your go-to, serious Nadine. I know Nadine, for those of you, that's why I'm talking to her a little differently. So there's this serious Nadine. Nadine needs to try humor. You haven't mastered that in diffusing situations. Now, that doesn't mean humor in a belittling way or a mean-spirited way, which I'm being told that's not what you're going to do. But the art of humor deflects a lot of stress and heightened emotion and stuff. Yeah, I'd like to give you more idea on how that humor could look for you, but they're not giving it to me, Nadine. So I think you need to kind of, what they did say was the things that make you laugh, what about those things make you laugh? That's where you draw the humor. The things that you find amusing, the undercurrent of that humor, that's what you use to deflect and transform these relationships. So, serious Nadine, say goodbye. Bye, serious Nadine. See you later. Let's have the humorous Nadine. And that will change a whole lot of dynamics around you. Because, for one, when somebody is upbeat and humorous, it's really hard for miserable people to be around that light and that energy. They just don't want to be because they want to be miserable and they love bringing other people down. So use the humor. That's your shield, girl. That will stop that continued responses from them because it's going to literally throw them a curveball. They're like, what just happened there? This is not the Nadine I know. Wait a minute. I was trying to get her into a fight and she's like laughing. What the heck? So you're changing it up by infusing humor in how you respond, forces a change upon them, hopefully for the better. But nobody can stay the same. If you act different, people have to act different with you. Okay? They can try to continue being that way, but you've changed. So you're no longer going to dance that dance. They have no chance but either to not dance or to change the dance because it has to change. Okay? So no more steps backwards, forward, utilize humor, and see where that takes you, Nadine. I'll leave you with that with blessings. Okay, so I think only Anne Marie is left that needs a message, so go for it directly.
By the way, stepping out of how to stop a cycle. Well, first is being aware of it, and then second is acting differently. That's how you change the cycle. So awareness and then action. Okay. All right, Anne Marie. Anne Marie, let's do this. I never read for you, do I, Anne Marie? I rarely read for you. You're with us all the time, and it's so great to see you. um, what is there left to say? I don't know, Joanne. Why? I don't know why you put me in these spots.
Are you tired directly? Do you
I
need
am. I am. I'm
Okay,
very.
and Marie, I'll finish you up. Then-
Hold on. Hold on. Let me try. Let me try.
Okay.
I,
Don't
I
force
gotta.
it. We've learned about what happens when you force it.
Yeah.
So if you think you're good for it, I'm happy with
Okay.
that.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. I got. Yeah.
So Anne Marie, as I come to your energy, the first words I hear are turtle dove. That's weird. Okay, turtle dove. Two turtle doves and I'm trying to understand it.
Turtle dove.
And I keep going, two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. So I'm not sure if that's me yet or if that's part of the message. Let's see where they go with this. Okay. We're talking about traditions. Okay. Because that's a very traditional quote Christmas song. Traditions are very important to you. Matter of fact, what they're showing me is it's your glue. It's what holds the dynamic of your life together, traditions. But on the other hand, the flip side to the traditions, you are very open. And it's what I'm being told is that's a rare mix. Somebody who holds on to traditions yet is comfortable enough to be open to change. But again, they keep bringing me back to traditions. So because they keep bringing me back to the traditions, which I get the sense that they're not bad, but I get the sense that they're limiting you in some way. So they're giving me the impression that maybe once in a while be a little less traditional. So I'm just going to use Christmas for an example, whether you celebrate it or not. It's just an example. So let's say every year you do turkey. Okay, this year you do something different. Keep the traditional, change it up. Make it your new traditions and make it Anne Marie and her traditions, not traditions passed down to you. Make them your own. Okay. And it's not just about traditions, this is life in general. I'm being told that you tend to like to emulate others' behaviors. Meaning, again, you don't like to rock a boat. You watch, you go, okay, I need to be this way with these people. And that's okay. But I'm also sensing that that feels a little bit burdensome to always be molding yourself to be what you feel the other people want you to be. And again, that's a tradition. You feel that you have to be this way for these people, and you need to start living for Anne Marie. However, that looks for you. So they're wanting you to move out of quote that traditions in the sense of the old way of them. Morph them around a little bit, however you feel draws you to make them yours. So they're not saying get rid of them. They're just saying to make them yours. So they're your behaviors, they're your celebrations, they're your actions. And let go of whoever or whatever those, I don't want to call brainwashing because not really, but those stereotype behaviors that you feel you need to be. Thank you. Once you do this, you're going to draw in a whole bunch of new people, fresh blood, they're saying, fresh ideas. And that's going to excite you. That's going to give you back the excitement that you're sort of bored with these other things because they're just boring. You've been doing them forever. So flip them around a little bit, change them up, make them your own. And then these new people are going to come into you because it's what you're doing is new. It's fresh.
Let's
It's
show change your
exciting.
vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that will help to fulfill the need that you feel to have that closeness with others in a new way, a fulfilling way. So Anne Marie, I'll leave you with that with blessing. So
Deep.
what was that?
That was deep. That was
Okay.
deep.
I won't remember in a minute, but that's good. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. And tomorrow we have not tomorrow, next week, Wednesday, we have a guided meditation and more messages. It will be only half an hour messages, but we do have a guided meditation. So go to our website, check it out, all that activities there. I recommend you do, if you haven't already, join our mailing list. That way you'll get emails, the links to all of these events, and so you won't miss any of them. All right, so thank you for being with Irakli and I. Irakli, thanks, awesome job.
I want to ask them to also, if you don't mind, to leave a Google review. Joanne, do we have that link?
Just a second, I do. You will?
So as a way of giving back to us, just you don't even have to write anything on Google.
Right
Just
there.
click the link and just click the amount of stars, if anything, as a form of
Payback.
giving back, because
Appreciate it.
then that'll allow us to be seen by more people. Okay.
More
Thank
people.
you very much.
All right. Night, everybody, and namaste. All right, I'm going to end the stream.